Hello and good Wednesday, February 21st. Today we'd like to share some science that will save you from ever getting egg on your face. If you're the kind of person who puts all your eggs in one basket, then this equation will have you sunny side up in no time.
I'm going to teach you how to have an egg drop. You can gather some friends together, challenge yourselves to make some contraptions that will, help save this egg from a drop off a huge building. And this should be really fun. I'll show you how to make 3 of these, and then we'll learn something about some physics. BK Barry left a note on the Make-Zine blog, and he said that peanut butter works. So I'm going to dig this out, I'm going to stick the egg in there, and I'm going to smush down the top. And theoretically, this will be able to protect the egg. My second strategy is to take an egg, and I'm going to put it in this Ziploc bag filled with packing peanuts, and fill the whole thing up. And that's to cushion it inside here. Now I could try and throw this off the roof, but to be safe, I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it in another box which has lots of packaging peanuts in it. I'm going to smush this in here so it's protected on all sides. And then I'm going to close that one up. Now I'll tape this shut, and then I'm going to put it in this one. And this is going to be kind of a tight fit, but then I'm going to put some packing bits around the edge here. And this should do it. In theory, if the egg breaks, I could go ahead and I could put it in this one too. This strategy of putting multiple boxes together like a Russian doll will help keep things from shaking around in there and keep everything nice and cushioned. The strategy with this one is that as it falls, I'll spin it so that it will go around like this. And that way it'll stay on plane, because if it falls like this, it will probably just smash and break. But I think if it falls like this, I have a good chance of having the egg, it's kind of cushioned here. It's got this nice little area here where it can move around and it should be all right. There's only one way to find out. All right, I'm here with my friend Paula Kieko, and she's going to explain some of the physics involved with an egg drop.
Alright, so there are a lot of equations to figuring out how fast it's going in the momentum of your egg. But to simplify it, here's the equation. We're going to assume that you just drop your egg off
Let's say we drop it 10 meters.
10 meters, alright. We're also going to neglect air resistance, because that'll make things a lot more
So we'll pretend we're in a vacuum.
Yes. So, if your egg falls 10 meters, you plug 10 into x. And then a stands for acceleration, which is 9.8 meters per second squared. And so you just multiply that out, which should give you 196 meters squared over seconds squared. So you take the square root of both sides, and that'll give you 14 meters per second. And that's your velocity before it hits the ground. So
right before it hits the ground, it's going 14 meters per second. And in theory, I could adjust that to feet and miles and hours and get miles per hour if I wanted to mess around with that. So what about the force of impact when the egg hits the ground? Can we measure that?
Well, you can, but the equation's really, really complicated. So to put it simply, without all the confusing math, the more you cushion your egg, the longer it'll take the impact to happen. Therefore, you're more likely that your egg will survive.
So it's kind of like jumping out of a tall tree, and if you don't bend your knees, it hurts a lot. But if you bend your knees, it hurts less.
Yeah, and you'll be fine.
All right, well, let's see if we can save some of these eggs after throwing them off the roof.
All right.